We had a
This
message
is
from Emily Pitman, one of our families, and it's about Mackie.
she's a graduate.
Yeah. So she sent in a question
Okay.
for you, really. And she said, first of all, she says, I hope you are doing well. I have a question or concern about my dog Mackie. Sort of the same concern I've had before, but it seems to be getting worse. Mackie is super nervous. Before it was mainly with just kids, and now it's with anyone he doesn't know, or even if he knows them, is still nervous if he hasn't seen them for a while. He's going up to them, sniffing, but if they try to reach out and pet him, he jumps back really fast. Sometimes he barks, sometimes his hair stands up, and he's even let out a growl before. He's a friendly dog, but he's just very nervous with unfamiliar people. I don't want anything to happen to him or anyone that tries to pet him.
Right.
Should I try to train him out of this? Is it even possible to train him out of a habit or fear like this? Or should I just stop letting people try to pet him? I do always tell anyone who sees him that he is friendly but nervous, so they are aware of this. Is this something he might grow out of? I take him out in public when I can, and he goes to work with me. He even goes to doggy daycare and is fine with all the dogs. I have no clue as what has made him so nervous. Any advice will help. She also put in another little comment saying, I also wanted to add that while all of this happens, he is still wagging his tail. He just doesn't like it when people reach out to pet him. She's not sure if it's the fast movements that scare him or the uncertainty. So quite an in-depth description there of what's happening with little Mackie. So what do you think?
Yeah, I'm just taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I hit everything. Okay. So basically the question is, one, how to fix it. Can you fix it? Will he grow out of it? His tail's still wagging during it. And then what to do? Should we just, train, stop petting, etc. Okay. Yeah, well, great question. I think, and honestly, odd. I would not have guessed this from this dog, because he's, for those of you who don't know, like I said, Emily is a graduate with her dog Mackie.
Yeah.
And he's a little black lab. He started real little. He's a big boy now.
He's a big boy now,
he's a
but he
big
was
boy,
a little cute
he was
lab.
a little fella.
It's-
Still is.
Okay.
He's still cute.
He is, well, yeah, he is still cute.
I was just trying to catch you up. He's still
He is still very cute.
Anyways, didn't they win the Halloween costume?
Yes, they did.
They did win. I
They
forget what
won lots of things, even the games we were playing, they were winning.
Yeah, I forget what they came as. I just remember it being impressive. What'd he come as? A bumblebee? That might have been somebody else.
I can't remember. Now you've...
Anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I wouldn't have expected this just because he is such a sweet fella.
Yeah.
But I will say, whenever it comes to dogs that are like nervous of like, strangers like petting them and stuff like that, generally I kind of like try to play it to the dog. So like, I'll give you an example. So like this morning I had a lady come in for a transformation session and we were meeting like just behind where the camera's located, where I normally meet with new families or whatnot. And she had like a little Schnauzer Shih Tzu mix or whatnot, real sweet dog, real cute, and then ended up being sweet. But whenever she first got here, the dog was sitting in her lap and we were talking and the dog was just like growling at me the whole time. And me, I don't just like approach dogs, especially dogs that like, don't necessarily want to know me, right?
Yeah.
So I started by tossing some snacks on the couch next to the chair she was sitting in. And so then the dog like walks away. And so then I start like rolling my chair over and I start tossing snacks. Eventually the dog's like eating out of my hand. And then I've got the dog in my lap and I'm petting the dog and stuff like that. But it's like a very slow burn approach or whatnot. And so I would say what I would do with Mackie is and I can even give you a personal example from when I had Mia, is I would probably play like the slow burner. It depends on what we're doing. So it's like, if you're just out at Shelby Farms, you're walking and stuff and somebody wants to pet him, I don't know if you'll be able to get somebody to pet him, but what you could do is carry a treat bag with you and give them a treat to give him. So then he's building like a slow, I call it like just a piggy bank of positive interactions with people over time, basically. Right. Yeah. So if I'm out at Shelby Farms, then, that might be my approach is I'll let somebody give him some snacks. And then if he wants to warm up and let them pet them, awesome. If he doesn't, then, he just, hey, I got some snacks from some strangers. This is good. Life's good. Right.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Mia has never been was never a fan of people petting her that she didn't really know. She was friends, friendly with
Mhm.
you guys and all the employees and my family and stuff, of course, but never a fan of strangers, right? And so
Yep.
whenever we'd be out in public, I'd pretty much always have a tennis ball on me. And so whenever people would ask to pet her, I'd say, no, you can't. She's not friendly, but you can make her do some tricks. And so I'd, get out the tennis ball, hand it to him, let him, get her to do some of her little routine and stuff, and then toss her the tennis ball. And like that to her, I do think helped warm her up because towards the end of her life, she would go up to people that she didn't really know very well and let them rub her very briefly and then walk away. So
Her terms.
on her terms, definitely
Yep.
on her terms.
On her
But
terms.
all that being said is like she did warm up over time,
She d
and so yeah, I think you just kinda play to the dog's strengths
Yeah.
or whatnot, and he's very food motivated from what I remember, so, like, depends on the context, so if we're talking, like I said, Shelby Farms might just be he gets a treat, if the people
Mhm.
wanna pet him and he allows it, then awesome, if not, then he just gets a snack. Could be a tennis ball, could be something like that,